Alrighty, it's been a minute since I've done a YouTube video, but we recharged, we feel great, and we're jumping right into Save the World. There's actually a new hero out. I already bought it and I've been using it, and I personally think it's not a great hero, but good enough to use it in like an encampment mission, stuff like that. I'll showcase his in ventures because I'm grinding ventures right now. But you can get Eternal Wanderer. They are a ninja. Or she's a ninja, and their perks or standard perk is Eat My Space Dust. Sprint stamina maximum is doubled, which is a really great feature for like dungeons, farming, something that you need to use like to travel across greater distances. It's pretty much like the anti like run faster, but you can just go further rather than run faster kind of scenario. And then the commander perk, which that's what we're going to be using today, is Eat My Space Dust Plus. Sprint stamina maximum is doubled. While sprinting, leave behind a cloud that lasts for 6 seconds, dealing affliction and 15% damage vulnerability to enemies inside. So the way that you would use this hero is pretty much you would pretty much sprint, and then behind you there's a trail of like smoke that does affliction, and you kind of want to run under like steel and electro fields or traps because they take a little bit more damage while they're in that smoke and while like getting ticked from that smoke. So that's kind of like the idea whenever it comes to this hero. And the loadout that we're going to be running, of course, they're in lead. Happy holidays, because we're doing a dragon slash kind of mix. And Wings of the Dragon increases your range to 3 tiles. Return of the Dragon decreases the energy cost to 30%. Fuel for the Fallen eliminations give you more energy over time. And then Fire of the Dragon, it increases affliction duration by 34%. So hybrid's actually a really great feature because affliction also works with the dragon slash, and then on top of that, the affliction that you're leaving behind with the trail does more damage. And then finally, Tail of the Dragon, which leaves behind a 26 base energy damage a trail. So this is really good. It's your generic loadout. The only difference is we're not running Wings of the Dragon in lead. We're just running it in support. So this is loadout that we're going to be running. Let's just hop right into the mission. All right, so we're in the mission. There's some enemies right here. I'm just going to show you what it looks like if I just run in front of an enemy. So you can see it actually does a decent amount of affliction damage. I would say it's probably around the most affliction, like the average affliction for like a xenon bow or like any weapon that has affliction on it. It would probably do that much damage with it. So the whole idea is just kind of run in front of them and then like run around them, so you create like a smoke thing. So like you can see right here, it's slowly doing it. But the one cool thing is whenever you have energy, where I'm in ventures, so imagine this in like a regular mission where you actually have energy coming in, but in ventures, since this season's a little weird, you don't have that. But with this, you can dragon slash, right? And if you don't kill the enemy, you can just run back through where you dragon slashed, create the trail. The trail's still there, and then the affliction is slowly doing damage over time. So it's actually really good. And by the time you're done running, you're going to be able to have your dragon slash back. Now in regular missions it's a little different because the venture season's, you know, a little different, but I will probably showcase this weapon and like talk about it, why it's so good in ventures because of the decreased or what is it is increased ability damage, stuff like that. So yeah, otherwise let's just jump into the mission, showcase it a little bit better there since there's more enemies, or maybe find an encampment. Alrighty, I found an encampment, just wanted to showcase it. Now I do want to clarify, this hero is probably not going to be the greatest in lead. I think it drops off the higher you go in missions. However, the lower level missions, they actually won't do too bad for like someone that starts out, right, and you're new to the game and you need a loadout that doesn't require a lot of ammo, or you don't want to waste a lot of ammo. This would be a good loadout. Like, you can decently do a decent amount of damage and kill enemies without having to actually do anything or shoot. You just run across, like, encampment right here. Like, I'm just running across, making a trail, and these enemies are happening to walk right into it. Now, I died because, you know, I suck. But if I revive... See, like, right there, I didn't have to do anything. This is also a great example right here, right? I died. If you're doing an encampment mission by yourself and there's only, like, 2-3 enemies left, and you happen to die, that last smoke and the smoke that you left behind can actually finish the encampment for you, so you don't have to go and respawn and whatnot. Now you might have lives and whatnot, but this is a 124, so in the higher level missions it's a lot more effective because you can not waste your revive and you could just finish the encampment and then go on to the next one. So it's actually pretty good. There's probably a lot of benefits for using this hero. There's probably a lot of negative stuff, but that's everything. Like, you know, that's like kind of the whole purpose of Save the World is always negatives and positives whenever it comes to new stuff. or even weapons. You know, like on my channel at least, you guys have seen some crazy loadouts that I've run, and they've actually have been super fun for some reason. But otherwise, let's get an actual defense, use this loadout, and show it a little bit more. Alrighty, now you guys probably have not seen me do a deliver the bomb in forever, but we needed it for our adventures. Well, Tushy needed it for his adventures quest line, so we're just doing it. However, I'm not gonna lie, like, I know I'm known for doing some crazy loadouts, and you know, it's been a minute, and this is probably like one of the weird ones to come back to, but I'm not gonna lie, this loadout's really fun. I love what, like, to put in perspective, the reason why I'm a little biased is because the last heroes that we've gotten are all been like about hero or animals in like relation to the hero stuff, but like this hero compared to that, like compared to those heroes, like is not bad. Like, I'm doing affliction damage while just running around. I quite literally can just run and do damage and not have to shoot anything. And in ventures, that is a good thing. Like ventures, for example, you start off with pretty much nothing, and you need a decent amount of eliminations. And lower level missions, whenever you're running this loadout, you're actually going to be able to do stuff. Like you're going to be able to kill enemies. You don't have to shoot them. And now you need specific weapons sometimes, but even then, you could tag them with the affliction. Like tag them with the weapon. So like I need it, like let's say I need shotguns, I can just tag it, and then I can just run across it and then kill the enemies that way and slowly do that, you know. And I think like a concept like that is pretty cool. Now a loadout dedicated to that, I can see why people would be like, well, that's kind of pointless, why do I have to dedicate an entire loadout to that? But this game is all about like fun and trying new loadouts and you know whatnot. You know, I'll give you that little speech, you know, you got to try something different sometimes. And I'm not gonna lie, like this is a fun loadout. I would definitely run this. I don't see myself running it in a 160, but if I needed to do like encampments for XP, or you know, I needed to do play with others and I'm just trying to have fun, I'd run this loadout. I mean, it would probably semi work in 160s. Dragon Slash is a great hero or a great ability, and just in general, I mean, you know, like you can see, like in ventures at least, I'm getting like this Dragon Slash back in 4 seconds, and then I can just run Dragon Slash again, just keep running around. Just run around the enemies. Well, I can't run around an enemy when there's exploders, and then just keep dragon slashing. I think the combination for this hero is really great. I think having it dragon slash on this hero makes it a lot better. If it didn't have dragon slash and it just had like crescent kick, kunai stuff, like random stuff, probably wouldn't be as good. But I think dragon slash definitely makes it a little bit more easier to use and a little bit more fun, because you don't really have to do a lot for it, you know. So I don't know. But otherwise, I'm not gonna lie. I think for the affliction wise, I believe it does like the same amount of affliction as like any weapon. But here, I'll run in front of enemy and we'll see. So what was that? 2,000 or 24,000? I guess we'll see. It's a little hard to read numbers because you're running. Yeah. Okay. So 12,000, I think. Okay. Let me run in this enemy. Yeah. So about 12,000 per tick. That's actually not bad, and it's every second, I think, or maybe like 0.8 seconds. It seems like a little bit faster than a second. So that's actually not that bad. 12,000 damage. And if you're shooting enemies and you're trying to finish them and you're just running across them, like you can just run in front of them, jump, you know. And the cool thing about this too is it actually goes up with you. It doesn't just go straight down. I think a change for this hero would, it kind of be OP, but I think you shouldn't have to sprint for the trail to like happen or occur. I feel like it's a little bit more tedious. Now, if this trail was constant, I'd feel like it'd be broken. You know, I've already talked about this with the friends, but I think it's still good. I don't know. Let me know what you think down in the comments. I know this is a very weird first video to come back to. There'll probably be a venture loadout video that comes right after this, a few days after it, because your boy's almost done with the ventures and he, you know, posting content. And a new series should be coming up soon, so expect that. Otherwise, yeah, don't forget to like, subscribe. Let me know what you think of the loadout down in the comments, if you're going to try it or not, or if you think this loadout is horrible and you probably will never buy this hero. But if you're new to the game, I definitely recommend getting this hero because it's not that bad. Otherwise, subscribe down below. Don't forget, as always, oh, it's been forever since I said this. Have a great morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you are, and I will catch you guys in the next one.